AIYOO, they were. What is this? What? What? Doland Trump, like how our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Modi, if this is Modi and this is Donald Trump, they were first bestest friends. It was a bromance made in heaven. Remember Elon Musk? Yeah. Somehow, whoever is friends with Donald Trump suddenly finds himself or herself on the wrong end of the stick. I don't know. Donald Trump, he somehow seems to enjoy putting the bamboo up his best friend's rear end. I can't say it, YouTube, have to be decent. Okay. So Donald Trump put a bamboo up Prime Minister. Sorry. He put a bamboo up our Prime Minister Narendra Modi's, where the sun doesn't shine. And he also invariably put a bamboo up every Indian's where the sun doesn't shine. You remember how our Indians were doing puja for Donald Trump? They were making a statue, they were praying, they were pouring stuff, and they were actually, like he was a god. He was a god for so many Indians. In a country like India where hero worship is rampant, anyone, if they score cricket this thing, they will worship them like they are the gods. And if you, do anything, Indian origin, even if you dump to the Indian passport, they'll take credit. He's Indian, I'm Indian. Rishi Sunak, Indian, we are Indian. He worships the cow, we worship the cow. So in the same way, by the way, Rishi Sunak, I think, had roots in Pakistan. I'm not too sure. You can comment and tell me below. So when our Doland Trump, the Prend of India, decided to put a bamboo up India, rat, the rat of Ba. He decided to put a bamboo up the Ba rats. People ask me, what do you think? So I was like, me? High school dropout, unpad gawar aadmi like me? I failed in economics, boss. The only thing I know about economics is, what do I know about economics? Demand and supply. Yeah, is that demand and supply? Yeah. So they said, no, we still want to know what you think. Okay, fine. I'll tell you what I think. I'm a simple bimble guy. So I'm going to give you my thoughts about what do I think. Feel free to, some of you love to make fun of me and say, hey, don't know anything, shut your pie, old man. What do you know, man? So I did a little bit of research here and there, read a couple of articles. I typed in ChatGPT, okay, explain to me what is this, tariff. And then I went to Perplexity, and then I went to Merlin, and then I went to DeepSeek. Yeah, then I went to Kimi.ai. So I went to all the Lavda Lasung websites. They took all the information and put it all made it like a orange juice when you squeeze it to get the main points. And I've written it down here. So I'm going to give you the uneducated, tattooed version of what I found out. And you please tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay. So number one, about this Doland Trump. The problem with him is you can't trust that guy. 1 minute he's your friend, and next minute he'll put a bamboo up your rear end. Like, you can literally sign a contract and legal agreement, political legal agreement, and then he'll just come and say, I'm sorry, I'm not happy with this. No, we got the wrong end of the bargain. He did it with Iran, USA. They did it with Iran. They did it with Russia. No, we'll not expand NATO. No, we will respect your boundaries. With Russia, they violated that. They get away with a lot of bullshit. Like, Suddenly they will just turn your back and, you're my friend and I'll stab you at the back. Just imagine. He was praising India and he was calling India his friend, while China. You remember all that? China is the enemy. Now he has put the highest tariffs on India and Indian products, but hardly anything on China. Doesn't it even make sense to you? You're literally charging your friends, the people you are supposed to be friends with, and your enemy who you have identified publicly and stated China. You're not doing anything to them. In fact, here's a simple question. Donald Trump or USA has been threatening Russia with sanctions. Oh, we'll put a sanctions and they'll be destroyed. You remember all that? After COVID, when COVID was there, the fear mongering, and the solution to COVID, the ultimate vaccine for COVID was what? The Russia war. Because the minute that got announced, all the news media stopped talking about COVID. How many people died? You remember COVID? There was a disease that every day the report was so many people died, so many got infected, so many this. And once the Russia war started, the Russia-Ukraine, by the way, before that, they withdrew all the troops from Afghanistan. See the coincidence? After they withdrew from there, then only that war started. So many coincidences, yeah. So ever since Russia and Ukraine got into their little disco, COVID got healed, finished. The world, no more restrictions. Such a magic show, yeah. Terrible. Anyway, so once that started, US threatened, we will destroy Russia with sanctions. Very proudly, they said. And Russia would be on its knees. They removed KFC, Burger King, and McDonald's, and all the junk food. And they thought, you are destroyed. Funny thing was, the Russians actually thanked Donald Trump. How many influencers said, thank you, all the fast food, junk food, you have taken it back. Now we can eat healthy food. And where Russia was supposed to be destroyed, and we visualized and imagined Putin coming back and begging Donald Trump and begging Biden, please, we are suffering. They became even stronger, self-sufficient. They became pretty strong. And then USA, embarrassed, had to eat its words. So the threats that USA gave Russia and the sanctions, nothing happened. Okay. Then Donald Trump thought, okay, I can't show I'm a man there. So let me go to China and make them scared of USA. He said, I'm going to charge you 20% or 25%. China said, really? Okay, we'll also charge you. Then Donald Trump didn't like that. He was like, okay, I'll charge you 50%. What you'll do? China said, okay, I'll also charge you 50%. Then Donald Trump said, what? You think I'm going to back out? I'll charge you 100%. China said, fine. Okay, I'll also charge you 100%. Fine, tit for tat. After all, where do all the, those ingredients or raw materials come from? The special raw materials. From your iPhone to everything else, China. So US realized, oh, sheesh. They're not scared. And then to save his face, the Liberation Day thing, he didn't put any, he told them, I will impose these tariffs. But after a few days, I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance. You think about it and get back to me. Okay, I'll give you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Take your time, we'll think about it. So China kept quiet. Xi Jinping, you should see his face. He's always like a poker face. He doesn't seem to mind. Donald Trump thought they would be shaking. China would be shaking. Instead, America is only shaking. Okay. So he realized, okay, Russia is not afraid. China is not afraid. I'll make Iran afraid. Iran. So he didn't want to attack directly. Israel, go. Attack Iran. We are with you. Don't worry, that dome will protect Israel. Nobody can touch you. Israel Netanyahu, oh, you're with me? Oh, sure, of course, I will attack. I will set the bombs and Iran will be shaking like this. Iran said, really? Okay. You have the Iron Dome, right? Nobody can go through it. Okay, fine. One missile you can stop, right? Oh, okay, fine. Good. I'll send you 1,000 missiles. Israel said, no, we don't care. We will not shake. You will shake. But after a few nice little dronies and little bit of attacks, and every day Israel was losing $15 million or $10 million, and Netanyahu realized, Israel is so small. Oh, what will do? This Iron Dome is not working. We thought we were invincible. And then they went and told USA, listen, I think it's a bad idea. We are getting bamboozled here and help us. So US said, okay. You don't worry. So then US, once again, under Donald Trump, he said, okay, I don't want to destroy Iran. We will give Iran second chance. Israel, stop attacking. Okay, we'll take care. We'll give them some sanctions, which we have been giving them from the time of Ronald Reagan. Will be destroyed. So now they tried with Russia, didn't work. They tried with China, didn't work. Iran didn't work. Then he was like, chal yaar, now who the hell should I put this bloody tariffs? Okay, chal, I'll do with everybody. I'll try everyone. You know, it's like going into a dark room and throwing your shit and to see what sticks on the wall. You know, go in the dark room and let's just feel our way around. So he started to throw all kind of shit on the wall to see what stuck. Best part was his own allies, his own people who he's supposed to be like, bonded. He backstabbed all of them. I've written down few. Who's that? He has imposed 10 to 15% tariffs in 60 countries, with Brazil, Switzerland, and Canada being the hardest hit. Canada was supposed to be his best friend also. Okay. Allies such as European Union, Japan, South Korea, also 15%. Computer chips, he's saying, I will do 100% tariff unless you invest in USA. Apple, that fruit company. They said, okay, listen, we'll invest 100 billion and next 4 or 5 years, after 5 years, 600 billion. By the time we hope that you die, you'll not be alive. Okay. So after doing all this, but still not getting any recognition, he thought, chal, who do I bamboo now, yaar? Who do I put this big bamboo up? Whose ass? Sare jahan se acha. Bharat, the rat of Ba, India. So his Prend, who we call, he was thinking, now how do I put tax on them? I need to have a reason, right? They've been nice to me. I've been nice to them. Chal okay. We will do one thing. See, I told you, US has this habit where they will sign a deal or sign a contract or say something and then they'll go back on their word. So same thing he decided to do with India. India, before he was encouraging India, listen, you buy some oil from them so that the price can be stabilized. Others, everyone, if you buy from, except Russia, I mean, what the hell? So, chal. And you have that video that Pallavi, what is her name? Palgi Sharma. She spoke. I think I got that name right. I think the ambassador or someone from USA was caught on camera saying in a conference that they encourage India to buy oil from Russia, which increase rose to 52.2 billion in 2024. Okay. Now, before you jump the gun and say that, India is buying oil from Russia only. Well, US allies, the European Union, they purchased 21.6 billion and 23 billion euros worth of Russian energy in 2024. USA purchased Russian goods of 624 million of enriched uranium and 1.27 billion of fertilizers from Russia. So America can do it. American allies can do it, but India can't do it. And when Donald Trump was asked in a press conference, because he does a lot of them, what about, you're saying that India is funding Russia against Ukraine. What about you're buying enriched uranium and fertilizers? What about that? Which is billions of dollars. He said, I don't know anything about them, but I'll get back to you. That's his best answer, which is very smart. So US can do it, but other countries can't do it. So now, where are we? What I feel is this tax thing. He's just trying to get attention because he wants to be relevant. He wants to show I'm still the big dog. But what he's actually doing is he's shooting himself in the foot. And I'll tell you why. This is my opinion. Maybe you guys know better. Please feel free to comment down below. See, when you put tax for imported goods, who is the one who will suffer? The people who will suffer are the citizens of that country. Because before, let's say, for example, I could buy a shirt or anything from these countries for cheap. Now you have put a tariff. So there's a price increase. Now the citizen of the country, I have to pay more to get that same product or goods. Okay? You're making it expensive for me. Let's say before I could buy an iPhone for $1,000 and you put $100 tariff, for example, per iPhone. Who has to pay? I have to pay, right? Because they'll say, okay, fine, you put the tariff, okay, I have to sell at a higher price. That is number one. You make it expensive for the middle class. Rich people, though they don't care. But the middle class, which is 80%, they will suffer. That's number one. Number two is a lot of job losses will take place. And, I had to do a little bit of, research as to how job losses take place. A very simple example. Let's say this t-shirt, okay, is from India. Very cheap. Let's say, for example, it costs $10. They have a store, they're selling $10. And now you put a tax of $5. So now it becomes $15. Before it was 10, the cost. Now the cost is 15. So where I used to sell the shirt, putting my margin for $20, now I have to add the tax also, which is $25. So before I could buy it for $20, I have to sell it now for $25. Now that $5 goes from my pocket. So when I know the price is more, I have two choices. Do I really need it? Do I need to spend this kind of money? Or can I wait? Or can I, buy something cheaper from somewhere? So people will start thinking, should I spend or no? And if they don't spend, then that store, the business goes down. And if I say, okay, I'll not buy that product anymore, I'll buy from second hand or somewhere else, that store loses sales. So when that store loses sales, the staff that was there, they will see less people buy. So when less people are coming into the store, you don't need so many salespeople. So then you'll say, listen, guys, before I had 10 salespeople to handle 10 customers per hour, there's no customer, so I have to lay you off. I just need 2 sales guys. That's enough. So now 8 of them are unemployed. When they are unemployed, they don't earn any money. When they don't earn any money, they don't go out and spend. And when they don't go out and spend, restaurants don't make any money. Grocery shops don't make any money. So it has a domino effect. Everybody suffers. And this is what is going to happen in US. So before, that store was making money, selling products, employing salespeople to push for more. But now, because it's expensive, less people are buying. So less people in the store. So if less people come, I need less staff. So less staff means the people who had jobs don't have jobs. They don't have the money. They'll not go out. They'll sit at home. They'll not spend. And when you don't spend, retailers, restaurants, entertainments, all these people, everybody suffers. And not only that, the When you're busy, when goods are coming in, you need a lot of guys in the import department. But now, not many goods are coming in because even these products, when they realize, sheesh, man, I'm having less sales in US, they'll try to find new markets. They'll try to find new places where they can sell. And they'll try to figure out new ways to cut down costs. See, well, now what is happening is because Donald Trump has proved you cannot trust the man. 1 minute he'll call you brother, friend, or whatever bullshit. And next minute he will just take a bamboo and put it up your ass. So now countries, what they're doing is they're taking a little time. They're just buying time. Like China, okay, 3 months. Give me 3 months. We'll think about it. And they are re-evaluating the complete sales process. The complete the route that they have taken. They're asking themselves, which are the new countries that I can focus on? In fact, this has given rise to BRICS. You might have known which are the countries right now part of BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Before those were the main 5. Now you have Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran, and UAE. All of them are 49% of the world's population and 39% of the global GDP. America cannot fight the entire world. You can stockpile weapons. Weapons are not going to feed you. Okay? You can't threaten the whole world. You can't blackmail the whole world. One country with 300 million people is not more powerful than 6 or 7 billion of the world's population. And what our USA or Donald Trump is doing is, you had an agreement from the World War for 80 years, making it trade free, where you bring down costs, people can spend money and live a good quality life. You're destroying those deals that you made. So now, these countries, they're saying, before we used to trust USA, we used to use the dollar as a standard of payment. Can we have a new currency, like a de-dollarization, which Donald Trump knows and USA knows if that happens, the power of the dollar is gone, which I don't think will happen, but the fear is always there. They also have, before, the whole focus was we have to go to the World Bank or IMF or, World Bank, and everything is with the allies. They are the most powerful. We are the small countries. Now, these small countries have come together and saying, no, we're not going to come to you. We are going to create our own superpower and support each other. Right now, India is already having had meetings which are planned before with Russia. The Indian leadership is also very strong. You have Jaishankar, one of the most articulate, is a gem of a guy. Whether you like the BJP or don't like the BJP, that guy, Jaishankar, right? What an articulate, what a smart man, what an educated guy. Brilliant. He knows how to shut down reporters when they talk of, India is supporting Russia, you are supporting terrorism, whatever. He puts them in their place. He says, before you tell us what to do, Europe is buying oil, tell them to stop. Europe or its allies are buying energy, tell them to stop. US is buying, tell them to stop. And then the reporters are mum. They can't answer. So finally, we have an educated, we have a smart, we have a well-informed panel that can deal. Yeah, Shashi Tharoor is good in talking, big bombastic words, but Jaishankar is the man. And, we also saw, where Joe Biden was busy insulting the Saudi Sheikh. End of the day, he had to put his tail between the legs and go and meet the Saudi Sheikh. And the Saudi Sheikh, Mohammed bin Salman, put him in his place. He refused to meet him when the airplane landed. Donald Trump, when he came down, the Saudi Sheikh went and treated him like a hero. But Biden, when he came down, he sent his ministers. That was the ultimate disrespect. And he didn't even give him a good shake hand. He gave him kind of a fist bump. Yeah, America is shameless. You try to show that you are invincible, you're a god. Boss, there are a lot of resources and there are a lot of partnerships that are very powerful and very dangerous. China, though, is, you know, China is it's creating its own ecosystem, which Russia has already shown. You put the whole world against us, we can survive. They thought Russia would be destroyed. I was surprised that Russia, the ruble, they are pretty strong. The economy is pretty strong. China itself, they are also very strong. The raw materials that they have, US needs it badly. Your iPhone has so many materials, so many inputs and services that come from China. You think the iPhone is made and manufactured in USA? Hey, you're mistaken. Delivery guy and my dog is barking, which is normal. Okay. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it very loudly. So now comes India. So they managed to put Russia in one corner. Russia succeeded. They managed to put China in one corner. China succeeded. Now they're trying the same with India to see, can they make India dance? But irrespective how critical you are of Modi's leadership, our Modi, he is a smart cookie. And why does he go around hugging all the sheikhs? You can see those photos, where he hugs Saudi, UAE, and now he is meeting up with Russia. Yeah, even China. Okay, they have their differences, but they are ready to put it aside and work together. And I'll tell you this, Trump is seeing whether India will buckle, which it will not. Yes, will there be certain points of suffering for India? Yes. Will businesses lose revenue? Yes. Because US is a massive market for Indian goods. Okay. But I can assure you this much. If you are a businessman and you suddenly realize, okay, the markets I was selling where I was making money, now it's shutting down. You're not going to sit on your ass and say, okay, I'll not do anything. I'll take shit and I'll suffer. I'll close down my business. No, you will think, I need to focus on other countries. I need to start working because I can't trust USA anymore. Anytime they'll pull the rug from beneath my feet, I need to survive. I need to keep my brand alive. Okay, I will, team up with the BRICS. I'll see. Brazil, what can I do for you? Russia, how can you help me increase my business? China, what can you guys do for me? South Africa, Egypt, Ethiopia, Indonesia, Iran. It's not just USA. Yeah. You have to change with the times. You have to survive. Like when, what they try to do with Huawei, they try to destroy it. Okay, I give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe Huawei was spying on other countries. Huawei didn't get destroyed. Yes, its sales did get affected, but it is still doing strong. China adopted the measure. We will support the Chinese brand. Yes, we'll buy an Apple, but we will also support Huawei. Huawei is still there. I'm pretty sure the Chinese government is supported. They tried to destroy TikTok. What happened? TikTok is still there. Now they're trying it with Indian brands. I'm pretty sure Indian brands will also be there. They will survive. They will sustain. Short term, yes, you'll suffer. Long term, you will make it out. Because just like you and me, if we come to know that, oh, I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to lose my revenue with my customer, you will find new customers. You will find new ways to survive, thrive, and grow. So overall, what I see it as, US under Donald Trump is just trying to score points, trying to win short-term victories in this 4 years that Donald Trump is there. But long-term, it's going to cost USA a lot because other countries will say, I can't trust you anymore. I don't want to depend on you. The point I was trying to make with China, they didn't want NVIDIA to give the graphics cards to China. So China said, fine, you don't want to give us the motherboards because you have, Taiwan or whatever with you. We will try to create our own motherboards. You don't want to give us the technology of ChatGPT and all that, which is costing billions of dollars. We will have homegrown talent, make it for millions of dollars, not billions. And now you are trying to do the same with the, say, softwares or hardwares. Well, guess what? We have the raw materials for it, which you need. So US has realized, oh sheesh, medicine from India, raw materials to make the iPhone. Can't do everything. In fact, I'll just, as I'm coming to the conclusion, let me ask you this. This was a fact in Dubai, at least. When a family had to buy a car, you had a choice between an American car or a Japanese car. My days I'm talking about. The American cars were big gas guzzlers, big ones, heavy duty machines, all, luxury with everything computerized. The Japanese cars were simple. But the American cars used to drink petrol like crazy, while the Japanese cars, there's a petrol that used to stay for long term. Mostly Emiratis and whites, they would like to buy these American cars, heavy duty ones. But guess what? The Japanese cars not only appealed to the mass market, not only, consumed less petrol, they also had less wear and tear. The parts were, cheaper. The service contract was cheaper. And the biggest reason to own a Japanese car was the resale value was just incredible. If a family purchased a Japanese car, it would be there for even 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and they would still get a resale value. It's like having an Apple product. The resale value was amazing. While an American car, they just realized, I buy it for 100, immediately it becomes second hand. I'll get only 80 for it, even if I used it for a week. And then resale value, I'll just get maybe 30 or 20. While for a Japanese car, if I purchase for 100, I would sell it for at least 60 if I maintained it well. So in the same way, just as American products are not reliable, especially for resale value and the long term, and how expensive it is to maintain, like a Tesla, people, the days of showing off and all that is with the uber rich, where they don't care whether they have it, they don't have it, they'll buy it just to show off. But for a person who will use it, the majority of the population, they would like something like a Japanese. So in the same way, when you're talking of made in USA, if it is expensive, if you want us to be completely addicted to your ecosystem like an Apple, like even De Beers or something, which is, tractors, they have made the software, they have made the services where you only have to go to the supplier, nobody else. People don't like that. So the dependency of USA, they have realized, is no longer reliable. The friendship, the words, the statements, you can't trust Donald Trump. That is what the world has realized. He can literally give you big sounding words, I'm your brother, I'm your friend, and then stab you at the back just to get things his way. So that is why now the entire world has realized, including India, we can't trust you anymore. We need better options. And I'll tell you this much, that right now, as we speak, all these other countries, they are just running helter-skelter to find out option B, option C, option D. And their complete reliance on USA, complete dependability on USA is waving off. So even if Donald Trump turns around and says, okay, I was just joking, I was just trying to, get a better deal, the damage has already been done. And it is USA that will suffer in the long term. And right now, I can assure you this much. The working class Americans, they're suffering. And Donald Trump, his fan club was there, but they're no longer happy with what he's doing. Anyway, this is my opinion from a very simple guy, uneducated, not very highly educated in terms of economics and all that. I just gave you a layman's approach to what research I did and how I feel it's going to affect the USA. Let me know, what are your thoughts? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I'd love to hear. And I'm not saying that I'm perfectly right. I'm pretty sure there must be some mistakes. But do give me your perspective, whether you agree, disagree. I'd love to hear your point of view. All right? Having said that, appreciate the members in my WhatsApp group who gave me this topic. Did my research. Now I'd like to hear your opinion. All right? You guys take care and comment. That's how we communicate. Chalo, yalla, bye.